Yo, skiddly diddly, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Beginner Dancer Podcast. My name is Melvin A.C. Howell, and I am your host with the most. And today we're going to dive right in, and we're talking about why most beginner dancers feel like it's too late for them to start dancing. Okay, now before I jump into this, I also want to let it be known I'm going to change up my format just a little bit. So instead of doing 2 long episodes each month, I'm going to do one longer episode each month, and then every week I will be dropping a section that I'll be calling Dance Tips in Under 2 Minutes. So this means you'll get more content each week. You'll get helpful things that you can apply each week to help you on your journey to becoming a better and more confident dancer, a more confident version of yourself. And it will make it easier for me to be consistent with giving you quality content and conversation each and every week of each and every month. That being said, before we start, I do this every time. Cue music. I don't got no theme song, the Beginner Dancer Podcast. Yeah. Okay, welcome back again. So today we're talking about why most beginner dancers think it's too late for them to start dancing. So the biggest thing is that there's this misconception that dance is only for kids, that it's this childish thing, and it's simply for entertainment or distraction, and that's it. But that's not the case. Dance is so much more. Dance is a language. It's a way of communicating with others and with yourself, communicating within yourself. It's a means of therapy and transparent expression. It's a means of allowing ourselves the space and giving ourselves the permission to be vulnerable and to feel, to be human. Dance is an art that allows us to be human. So it's not just for kids, it's not just for teens or anyone under the age of 30. Dance is for everybody. Okay, so what I want you to think about is this. Humans start, we end up on this earth somehow, some way. How are we communicating? Words were not created yet, right? And we know this because anytime you watch, the History Channel, National Geographics or whatever, back in ancient times, there were hieroglyphs, right? So they were using art on the walls. They were drawing depictions of different things to get the point across. Okay, but what came before that? Well, if we look at the rest of, nature and living beings, from humans to birds and other animals, they dance to communicate their feelings. Have you ever seen those episodes of National Geographics where the birds and the peacocks, they spread their feathers and create this beautiful, vibrant image of themselves, and then they dance along the branch to get their prospective mate's attention? It's a means of saying hey, I think you fine. Can I get your number? You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying. And it's not that they're using words. They're not hey, you over there, you with the feathers, come talk to me. They're using their body. They're dancing to communicate. So from animals all the way up to human beings, from, children and newborns all the way up to, the elderly, dance is for everybody. And a lot of this misconception comes from, the typical dance studio in today's world. It comes from television and social media as well, right? So, all of our TV shows, So You Think You Can Dance, for example. The deadline, the cutoff for auditioning and being on So You Think You Can Dance is 30. If you're 30, sorry, that's it, right? And why is that? Because a lot of the times the thought is once you hit 30, grow up, You're too old to dance. You're too old to start dancing. You're not going to be good. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Look, the point of dancing is not to be performative. The point of dancing is not to simply be a spectacle or be a form of entertainment for someone's amusement. The point of dancing is, simply put, communication, transparency, vulnerability, and expression. All of those things you are meant to do for yourself and not for someone else. Okay? Now, arguably, you can say with communication, you want to communicate to someone, but you're not performing for someone. Okay? So, whenever you start to feel like, oh no, I'm too old to start dancing, or am I too old to start dancing? You're not. You can start dancing at any point of your life. You can progress in dance at any point of your life. You can become the dancer that you want to be at any point in your life. Now, yes, there can be limitations physically, right? Like maybe you are older, or maybe you have physical disabilities that keep you from being able to break dance like some of the dancers you see on TV or see on YouTube or what have you. But that doesn't stop you from dancing. It doesn't stop you from being able to create and be creative. It doesn't stop you from being able to achieve the same level of skill and ability in dance as the dancers that you look up to, regardless of physical abilities. So the next time you start to feel like, nah, I'm too old to dance, like that's for kids or whatever, the only thing getting in your way is you. The only thing getting in your way is your mentality, is your state of mind. Do not let the things of this world, do not let other people's perceptions, do not let other people's opinions stop you from the joy that your passion and love for dance and movement and communication and community and expression and vulnerability brings you. So at the end of the day, we are all human. And if we don't allow ourselves the space to be human, then what's going on? Because what's going on? So that's it. Today is a relatively short one. I don't want to add any fluff. The whole point of this show is like it's real dance education, no fluff, straight to the point. So that way you get all the goods and all the gems and all the major keys that you are here to get. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me here on the Beginner Dancer Podcast. Again, I will be posting one longer episode once a month. And every week, I will be posting dance tips in under 2 minutes. That can be dance tips on how to level up your dance skills. It'll be dance tips on how to overcome, performance anxiety or dancing in front of others, how to access vulnerability, how to dance with partners, dancing couples. I'm going to get into so much. So stay locked in. Share this with a friend who is also on their dance journey. Friends, families, follow, and I'll see you next week. Yeah, let's go.